While Avatar 3 can't answer all of the sci-fi franchise's lingering mysteries, the sequel's cast list and one returning character prove that at least one big mystery is likely to be resolved. Avatar had a fairly straightforward plot, but the 2009 blockbuster set up an immersive fictional world with a lot of unexplored lore. From the other Nausicaa clans to Pandora's Tree of Life, much of Avatar's world-building was left relatively ambiguous in the original movie. By Avatar, The Way of Water's ending, the long-awaited sequel had added many more questions to the franchise's long list of unexplained mysteries. Although the upcoming Avatar 3 will need to explain some of these enigmas, the sequel's scope limits the number of definitive answers the movie can provide. Avatar 3 is one of many upcoming Avatar movies and, as such, the sequel can't provide a satisfying conclusion to the series without setting up more storylines for subsequent movies to follow. That said, there are a few urgent plot questions that need to be answered in Avatar 3. Chief among these is Kiri's mysterious powers, which were revealed in Avatar, The Way of Water but never justified or explained. Norm's Avatar 3 return means Kiri's mysterious powers could be explained. Joel David Moore's scientist helped treat Kiri's seizure in The Way of Water. Fortunately, Norm Spellman's presence in Avatar 3's cast list proves that Kiri's powers should be explained by the sequel story. Played by Joel David Moore, Norm appeared in both Avatar and Avatar, The Way of Water. He mostly functioned as a source of exposition, explaining how Pandora worked in the original movie and arriving to help with Kiri's seizure in the sequel. Since Avatar 3 seemingly sets up Jake Sully's replacement in Kiri, the sequel will need to provide a thorough explanation for the supporting character's powers. Spellman could be the perfect conduit for these answers. Originally introduced as Dr. Grace's assistant in Avatar, Spellman is one of the few benevolent human characters in Avatar, The Way of Water. Unlike Jake Sully and his family, he did not leave the Omaticaya clan for the Metkayina clan in the sequel. Instead, Spellman remained among the natives, as he was not as much of a target for the RDA as Jake and company. Since he stayed, Spellman was only seen in Avatar, The Way of Water when Jake called upon him to help with Kiri's sudden seizure. Despite this, Spellman was not able to provide as much care as Ronal. Norm and Ronal should work together in Avatar 3. The Way of Water's human scientists and Metkayina Nausicaa were at odds. In one tense Avatar, The Way of Water scene, the Metkayina's Ronal and Spellman argued over how to treat Kiri's seizure. Avatar 3 needs to bring back the Metkayina for many reasons, but Ronal's ability to treat Kiri's mysterious ailment is chief among these. Ronal didn't explain what was wrong with Kiri, but she did successfully save her from her seizure after kicking Spellman out of the tent. Avatar 3 should see this mismatched pair bury their differences, as Spellman and his fellow scientists could learn a lot from Ronal, especially since they have finally earned the Metkayina's trust. By siding with the Metkayina clan, the Sully family, and Avatar, The Way of Water's Tolkien hero Payakan, Spellman has shown that he can be trusted. It is easy to see why Ronal would be suspicious of humans, since the Metkayina are barely willing to let other Nausicaa clans join their community. However, Spellman's scientific expertise and Ronal's knowledge of Pandora could prove pivotal to the group overpowering the RDA. The human invaders of Pandora are well-armed, well-funded, and ruthless. As such, Spellman and Ronal will need to put aside their differences if Kiri is to take on this force. Kiri's powers could be central to the Avatar saga. Sigourney Weaver's heroine could prove pivotal to saving Pandora. Kiri looking off thoughtfully into the distance in Avatar. Kiri's powers weren't explained in Avatar, The Way of Water, but the sequel did make it clear that she has a uniquely deep connection to Aiwa. Later in the sequel, after she recovered from her seizure, Kiri used the flora of the sea against her human attackers. Her ability to easily adapt to underwater life and her control of these plants make it clear that her powers extend beyond normal Nausicaa's abilities, but the limits and downsides of these are unclear. Avatar 3 could prove Aiwa's connection to Kiri is a bad thing, as damaging the tree may hurt the heroine. The RDA made it clear that they want to uproot the Nausicaa by any means necessary, and attacking their sacred sites is likely to be part of their strategy. If attacking Aiwa does harm Kiri, she could need the help of both Spellman and Ronal to survive. As such, both an overdue explanation of the heroine's powers and her survival could rely on Spellman's presence. It is reassuring to know that the Avatar franchise supporting character will return in Avatar 3.